Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to another candle review. Up next, we are going to tackle Kringle Great Pumpkin. This is obviously from the Kringle Reserve collection. You can tell that by the black glass as well as the slightly more simple, little bit more straightforward label. Great Pumpkin was part of a recent release of Reserve candles that included fragrances like Gilded Leaves. There was the Royal Cherries, amongst a few others. Now this one I ended up purchasing myself. I did receive some of the others as PR, but Great Pumpkin wasn't poured in time for the Kringle staff to include that as PR. So as soon as it was released on the website, I went ahead and just snatched it up myself. It is currently, at the time that I am filming this video, sold out, but it has, I believe, popped into stock at least once. Kringle is re-releasing some of the former fragrances periodically. So do keep an eye out on the Kringle website. The Reserve fragrances typically do not go on sale. So if you'd like to save 15%, at the very least, you can use my discount code Melanie15. It's just Melanie, the number 15. I will put that information in the description box down below as well. That will save you 15% off your purchase. It should also apply to most other things on the website, provided that they are not on a very substantial discount. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the Great Pumpkin. I do have to admit that this is probably one, alongside a few others, this is probably one of my favorite releases from the Reserve collection. Not because it's a terribly exotic type of pumpkin scent, but because it is so simple and just delicious in its presentation. It's kind of a basic scent. I mean, if we're gonna boil it down, there's nothing crazy different about this one, but it's done really well for what it is. So, okay, let's go ahead and get into the scent description. Great Pumpkin. As autumn leaves paint the landscape in warm hues, immerse yourself in the heartwarming aroma of spiced pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger root. The sweet embrace of toffee and vanilla adds a touch of fall decadence, creating an inviting atmosphere that captures the essence of cozy evenings by the fire. So the top notes here are pumpkin and cinnamon. The mid notes are nutmeg and ginger root, and the base is toffee and vanilla. So with those fragrance notes, like, I feel like you can almost like smell that in your mind, right? Like, this is a very straightforward, slightly spicy, but sweet pumpkin scent. This is so good, you guys. Again, so basic. There is nothing exotic about this pumpkin. It's not a white pumpkin. It is a very straightforward, like, orange pumpkin scent with the perfect touch of cinnamon. It's not overly spicy. It also actually has the perfect touch of ginger. Sometimes I think ginger can kind of be overused, and it lends to an even spicier type of pumpkin scent. And personally, I don't like overly spicy pumpkin scents. This one, the perfect amount of ginger here. I do smell some toffee. It doesn't come across as caramel in here. It is very much a toffee note, and I love that. It's like the toffee that you get inside of like a Heath bar. Obviously, you're not getting any type of like chocolate coating here, but if you just smell the inside of a Heath, oh my gosh, I totally pick up on that toffee in here. And it's a great way to add sweetness to this without making it like just a more straightforward, like plain sugary type of sweetness, if that makes sense. There's a lovely touch of vanilla in here. Love the nutmeg. I just adore nutmeg. Honestly, if I had to choose like only one spice to live with for the remainder of my existence, it wouldn't be cinnamon for me, it would be nutmeg. But yeah, you guys, overall, I feel like you have probably maybe smelled something somewhat similar to this in the past. Again, its presentation is more of like a very classic kind of almost old school pumpkin, Halloweeny, fall type scent. I like it. I like this one a lot. And even though it's currently sold out, like I went ahead and entered my email. Kringle isn't like the best with like responding when things come back in stock via email. Occasionally I will get a notification, but sometimes it arrives a little bit too late and the scent is sold out again. I honestly just kind of rely on my friends who are a little bit more diligent about checking the stock of items and then notifying me. But when this one comes back into stock, even if it is like way past when I am burning pumpkin scents, I will repurchase this one just to have on hand for next year. It's a classic. It's a really well done classic. The strength and the throw, I think, are pretty on par with what the reserve candles usually give me. I'm gonna put the strength of this at about like between a 6.5 and a 7. It's not always a 7. It tends to fluctuate just ever so slightly. Oh, bless you there, little buddy. Sorry, we had a pug sneeze. So yeah, right between like a 6 and a 7 in terms of the strength. This is a very noticeable scent when I walk into the room where I'm burning it. It does also travel just a touch outside of the room. The throw, I would probably put at a little bit more of a 6. It does travel outside of the area where it is burning, but it's not, you know, like crazy, crazy noticeable. However, if I were to walk out of the house and, you know, get some fresh air and then come back in, I would know immediately upon stepping into the house that this scent was burning somewhere in the house. You know, I might have to like go and kind of track it down, but this is the type of scent that is a great background type of fragrance this time of year. I know a lot of people use pumpkin scents throughout the holidays as well. If that's you, if this one pops back into stock, I think it's really worth checking out. You know, I don't want to like create any type of FOMO around any of these candles. You know, if you didn't get your hand on this one, you know, it's not worth like stressing out about that. But that being said, if it does ever pop into stock and you are able to get your hands on it, I think a lot of people would really like this one. I know that I've really enjoyed it and it will be a repurchase for me for sure. So 2 thumbs up from my end. Let me know your thoughts on Great Pumpkin in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out the description box for the information that I mentioned. I appreciate you guys being here. Please give this video a big fat thumbs up if you found it helpful. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.